Hey car people, how you doing? This is John from John's Barn. How you doing today? Okay, just gonna splice up a video here real quick. One of our last videos we had this 75 455, the 60 over motor. It was on the stand. We started it up and broke it in. Real nice motor, small cam, really good oil pressure. As you can see, well, the crackers are not included. That's for the dogs. As you can see, we dialed her up a little bit. New reproduction valve covers, touch up the engine, freshened up the paint on it, high temp paint on the stock manifolds, new mounts, all period correct. I had to go with the older 68 and down, the early 8-bolt water pump housing, and the earlier balancer and pulleys. It's going in a 67 Grand Prix. I would say a 67 Bonneville with a Grand Prix front end. Sorry about that. Guy did a really nice job, very tastefully done. It's a 67 Bonneville 4-door. It's a Texas car, beautiful, beautiful car, folks. We'll highlight it when the engine's in it and we have the car outside. But I cleaned up the engine compartment just a little bit. He did not expect a show detail job. He said, "Hey, can you clean things up a little bit?" So I cleaned this area here up. It's a Texas car, so it is a beautiful car. Clean up the power steering gearbox, and they had a bunch of grease and undercoating and stuff on the trans lines. Clean those up. So just gonna shoot you a video here. We're gonna put it together, and actually the engine's going in it today. And when you do a nice car such as this one, you want to, as you can see, there's 4 moving blankets on this car, brand new moving blankets. I don't want any scratches. I don't want to have to pay for paint work. I do quality paint work myself. I'm one of the best ones in the area, by far not the best, but I'm good. There's a couple guys that are outstanding, and if I put a scratch on this, something like this, it would go to a friend of mine, and they do high-end restorations, and I'd have to have a scratch or a dent fixed. And so I try, and I succeed 99.9% of the time. I try to make sure that we don't do a boo-boo. So the engine's going in today. We're going to get it down in there, and might get it running, might not. At least it's going to be down in there. I made sure to match everything up. It's got the old style the brake booster with the rear port for the vacuum for the 400 trans. Old style brackets for the AC. All this has to be correct, folks, in order for it to match. He had aftermarket gauges, so we went with that. The guy's aftermarket setup here. I'm going to turn this once it's in the car, and it'll have the light. Plus, there's oil pressure. He's got a real nice digital gauge setup in the car. He wanted to go with HEI, so that's what we're doing. This carburetor is the Q-Jet that has been dialed in for this engine. It was rebuilt and perfectly jetted and matched for this engine, so he requested that this carburetor be used versus the 600 CFM Edelbrock, which he said he never has liked. Plus, that's not enough carburetor for this engine. So that's what we're doing today. The old 64 Chevy pickup is still here. It seems that you wait forever for pieces on some of these. Some things come in a day or two, and I ordered a set of door handles and the carburetor stud from a company, let's say, that is very well known. And we're not going to be using too much unless I'm not in a hurry, because I've been waiting a week and a half. I've been waiting a week and a half for a carburetor stud and for the air cleaner and a set of door handles. And I'm kind of ticked off at myself, folks, because I could have driven across town to NPD and picked them up there and had them on. And this is a gentleman that I know very well, very well known in this area. He's a nice guy. Met him here not too long ago, and we're going to be doing a rebuild and a stroker kit on his 65 GTO convertible. It's covered up there. We'll be showing that in one of the follow-up videos. That is a points car. That's how nice it is. It's a beautiful car. They went through, you know, blood, sweat, and tears to make this car just, and it was a West Coast rust-free car, I guess. So they started with something just outstanding and didn't go through the engine, which the same thing happened to this car. This is a 3-year ground-up restoration on a Texas car, and they retained the original engine because it sounded okay. I don't understand when you put that kind of time and effort and money into something. And he bought the vehicle. Engine sounded good. You know, I don't know what they told him, but there's the original engine, and it's worn right out. It was making enough of a racket. The mains were actually knocking, and when you accelerated the crankshaft, it would actually talk to you. It would go back and forth. It's completely worn out. It was dirty inside. It had lipstick put on it, you know, all painted up pretty, made it look nice. But that doesn't always tell the tale. There's one of our garage buddies here. He likes to be wherever I am, especially when he's waiting for some food. So anyway, I just thought I'd cover that real quick. When that engine's down in there, and we've got it started and going through the warm-up phase, we'll jump back up on here and finish up the video. Thanks again for watching the videos here at John's Barn, and we appreciate it. Appreciate the fact that people take the time to watch these, and we're going to be doing some builds here, and we're going to be going from start to finish on some builds, three steps, you know, 3 different steps on the lower end, you know, bearings and piston ring clearance, and then the torque sequences, and buttoning up the lower end and the camshaft, and then the cylinder head installation, and then putting around the old run-in stand and getting it running, and try to help some of you guys out. If you have any questions, hey, in the comment section, jump on there, subscribe, push that subscribe button. People do have comments or even a suggestion, or if something you want to see, because I do, you know, I'll build anything, you know, from lawnmower engines to, I've built them for the ISX Cummins in a semi. I've put them together. It's just a glorified version of a Cummins Dodge Ram diesel. It's just one of those on steroids with dual overhead cams. Heck of a motor. I did the Detroit diesel, and I did the dreaded Mercedes 3-cylinder head inline 6, which is, some people like them. I did maintenance on a fleet, and they had 2 of those engines. I'll pass. But hey, don't hesitate to throw something out there. Hey, have you ever built one of these, or would you build one of these? We're gonna be doing. We're gonna try to grab a few things that you don't see built very often, and you know, because there's people out there that say, "Hey, man, I never see a video on, you know, inline 6-cylinder flathead motor, or a Studebaker engine, or a you know, early 331 or 354 Hemi, or you know, there's only a few out there, blah blah blah." I'm going to be doing some Oldsmobiles and a couple Buicks here come cold weather. More Pontiacs, of course. Got a couple Chevys to do. Have a 409 that we're doing, a dual quad 409, a real, like the song, a dual quad 409 that was tired. It was taken apart in the late 70s and put in the guy's basement. He passed away, and a gentleman bought his small collection, and he's got actually it's a 63 engine, and he has a 63 Impala, wants to turn it into a 409 car. So we're going to be doing one of those. That's a very unique engine. They really don't have any CCs in the heads. It's all in the pistons. Kind of a really, you know, you would think it wouldn't work, but they can be made to really, really run. So we'll be doing one of those. I've got a Ford 302 that we're going to be putting together here in the next month or two, and who knows? You know, we're gonna pick up some engines, find one for sale here that needs a rebuild, and maybe do a Jeep 6-cylinder, maybe you know, like I said, old school 40s and 50s stuff. Just to do them and get my money back out of them if that would suit me, and have somebody out there have a rebuild engine. And a lot of people out there still like going old school. So we're gonna sign off here. Cat says hi, and get that engine down in here and get it running and get this car uncovered, and you can see how pretty it is. So God bless you all, y'all, and thank you for visiting John's Barn. And I did get experimental surgery to have my ears lowered. It was past time for a haircut, folks. I was looking like some kind of jungle rat here, watching a few of my videos, and the hair was up like this, and look, ugh. And now I just look with short hair. So thanks for showing up, and like I said, God bless y'all. Be kind to people, help people in need. It'll come back to you. And until next time, when we jump on part 2 of the Pontiac Bonneville. This is John from John's Barn. John in the Barn says, thank you. Bye now.